Have you ever noticed this happening in meetings? Someone presents a very average idea, but they sound confident, and the room accepts it. Then someone else presents a much stronger idea, but hesitates slightly, and the room moves on. Same meeting, very different outcome. The difference is not always the quality of the idea. It's how the idea is delivered, and more specifically, it's how certainty is communicated. Most professionals believe they are being judged on what they say. In reality, they are often judged on how certain they sound while saying it. This is subtle, but it matters. Because in fast-moving discussions, people do not analyze every idea in detail. They look for signals, confidence, clarity, structure. If those signals are weak, the idea often loses momentum, even if it is correct. Imagine you are in a strategy meeting. You've analyzed the situation carefully. You say, "I'm not completely sure, but I think we might need to reconsider this approach." Now pause for a moment. That sentence contains 3 layers of uncertainty. I'm not completely sure, I think, might need to. Now compare it with, we need to reconsider this approach. Same thinking, different signal. The second version is easier to process and more likely to be taken seriously. This pattern is very common among capable professionals, especially those who are thoughtful and analytical. They are aware of complexity. They recognize uncertainty, so they reflect that uncertainty in their language. The intention is good, but the effect is not. Because in a meeting, that nuance often sounds like hesitation, and hesitation is interpreted as lack of confidence. Let's take another example. You are presenting an improvement idea. You say, "This might be a bit of a rough idea, but maybe we could adjust the process slightly." Now compare that with, "There's a more efficient way to run this process." The second version does not remove uncertainty from the thinking. It simply removes it from the language, and that changes how the idea is received. If this pattern continues, several things begin to happen over time. Your ideas are discussed less. Other people begin to dominate the conversation. Your contributions are acknowledged, but not adopted. And gradually, your perceived authority reduces. Not because your thinking is weak, but because your delivery suggests uncertainty. This is one of the most common hidden issues in professional communication. Imagine a leadership discussion. You say, "I just feel like we could maybe look at this differently." Now compare it with, "There is a better way to approach this." The second version invites discussion. The first version sounds like a tentative suggestion. And in senior environments, tentative suggestions are often overlooked. The goal is not to become more aggressive. The goal is to become clearer. That means removing unnecessary layers of hesitation. For example, instead of, "I think we might want to," use this instead, "We should," or "I recommend." These are not aggressive statements. They are clear statements. And clarity is what professional environments respond to. Before speaking in a meeting, try this. Take your idea and say it out loud in your natural style. Then remove any of the following: I think, maybe, just, might. Say the sentence again. You will immediately notice the difference. It feels more direct, but also more confident. You are asked for your opinion in a meeting. You say, "I'm not sure, but I think this could be risky." Now compare that with, "This approach carries risk." The second version sounds measured. The first sounds uncertain. Again, the thinking is identical. Only the delivery changes. From a leadership perspective, clarity signals competence. Leaders expect ideas to be presented clearly enough to evaluate quickly. They do not expect perfect certainty, but they do expect structured thinking. When language is overly cautious, It slows decision-making, and that can reduce trust in the speaker. In professional communication, you are not rewarded for sounding careful. You are rewarded for sounding clear. Careful thinking should happen before you speak. Clear communication should happen when you speak. If your ideas are strong, they deserve to be heard clearly. Small changes in language can significantly change how your ideas are received. Remove unnecessary hesitation, focus on clarity, and allow your thinking to be evaluated properly. In the next video, we'll look at a communication pattern that can completely change how you are perceived in professional conversations. Bye for now.